All right, we're live. We're live. We're live. Here we go. I was actually going to try to make a move, but when I just fished stand eight all morning, threw the rods out, let them sit, and I reeled up all the rods. Was going to move, and when I reeled them up, I found out that I didn't have a bait on any rod. Pretty much most of stand day, I was throwing bare hooks out there, so all the bait was gone off every hook because they were getting little bitty taps. And apparently something picked the bait off the hook and I didn't even know it. I had 6 rods out and had 5 of them with no bait. Go figure. Let's see who all's in here right now. Mike Sampson, always here for Danny Stone. That's my brother Sappy. First one in today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Warren Farley, 5 hours to wait for what? And no telling what Warren's up to. Warren, appreciate you. Benoit Fishing. We were here though. You threatened us. Absolutely, I threatened you. You need to get in these tournaments. I want to see Benoit in these tournaments. There's plenty of tournaments left. You got plenty of time to make a showing. It's not even half over, and you've got plenty of time to get on that board. And hey, dare I say it, take first place. It's totally doable. It'll be easy for you to get in there and get that. Benoit, I want to see you in those tournaments. Um, Not being mean to you. It's just I'm encouraging you because we love watching you fish. And look what happens when you put bait on the rod. Black Betty's down there getting bumped. Can you believe that? I put bait on the rods and now I'm getting a bite. What's he going to do? He stood that line up straight up. You guys hold on just a second because that fish just dropped slack all the way to the bank. We'll let that rod sit for a little bit. If it don't bite again here in just a little bit, we'll reel it up because it could be something's just stole the bait off of it. That's what happened to me during stand day, apparently. And anyways, yeah, Benoit, like I said, getting those tournaments, I want to see you in them. Oh, let's see here. Fishing in Mid-South. Mike, what's up, buddy? Good to see a burrito catfishing lady. What's up, Lisa, my PB buddy? Brad B. Catfishing, what's going on, my brother? Whoo, I'm running out of breath already. That's unusual, isn't it? Oh, let's see here. Burrito, saying hi to Warren. Oh boy, outdoors, Larry. Man, I tell you what, it didn't quite work out as good for me and Josh last night as it did for me and you 2 weeks ago. Man, we got hit with storms and hammered, pouring rain on us, but we had a good time. We managed to catch a fish out there, and no regrets, no regrets at all. If I had it to do over again, I'd do it all the same. Only I'd try harder to catch fish. Let's see, an old boy. Hillbilly Moonshiners, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Please go inside of the room and stay. Let's see. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Love you too, Benoit. I can't wait to see you in September. I'm telling you, don't let what happened at Crab Orchard last night discourage you. We had the bad weather come in on us and it was tough on us. But if you look back at what me and Larry did, we won the finesse tournament there. So we're going to have a blast in September because September is one of the best times to fish Crab Orchard. I got that straight from Josh Dunnigan. Josh Dunnigan grew up on that lake. He knows it well. He's fished it all of his life. And I couldn't have been in better hands yesterday with Josh. And if we did everything we could to get on those fish, it just wasn't working out for us that day. But when we go in September, it's gonna be fire. I guarantee it. Fire. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a blast. Fanny, listen to me. What's up, Fanny, my sister? That's Larry's wife, Fanny. You guys love Fanny to death. She's an amazing person. I met her over at uh, Kentucky Lake and Land Between the Lakes when her and Larry come up there to visit with us. Sweet lady, uh, awesome, beautiful, and just kind as she could be. Love my Fanny to death. She's awesome. Which tournament is he talking about? Which one? You talking about the finesse tournament that me and Larry won, or the tournament last night that I didn't do so good in? But anyway, it was all right. Oh, we're getting a bite on that second rod right there. Oh, and a buzzard's flying over us. That's a bad omen, y'all. That's a bad omen right there. PB Catfishing, what's up, Paul? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Mac, what's up? Avid Fisherman, what's up, Avid? I'm going to drop a link here in just a minute. Skipjack Cindy. Man, we got some first-rate folks in here today. Let's see. Looking forward to being with you all on Crab Orchard. Happy to just be hanging out with everyone. You're going to have a good time, I promise you. James Michael Mosley, what's up? We're going to try, brother. We fished this spot all morning with no bait on the hooks. Let's try baiting them up and see what happens. It may be the same dadgum results. I don't know. Mama Jammer, Jackie, what's going on? Good to see you. There's Nubbies in here. Let's see. My chat just jumped. Hey, Nubbies. Everybody saying hi. Everybody saying hi. And I think we're at the bottom. Oh, we're getting a bite on that. That's 3 bites since we baited the rods up, but they're still doing the same thing, y'all. They're just tapping on it. So I'm thinking we still got a channel cat plague in this hole right here that's usually full of flatheads and blues. But for some reason, the channel cats have moved up in here. I guess because the water is dropping a little bit, it may have them acting all weird. I think the blues and the flatheads moved further out toward the channel, the deeper part of the water, and the channel cats are hanging around. But let me go ahead and drop a link in here. Mike Young, welcome in. Good to see you. And we're just gonna. Like I said, I was gonna try to move, but when I reeled up all my rods, none of them had bait on them. So we're gonna roll the dice, and we're gonna stick it out in this spot right here and see if maybe we just didn't do things right this morning. I don't know, or it'll be the same, and we'll catch nothing. But we'll hang out and talk. We'll see. Let me get that link going. All right, working on it, working on it. And that should do it right there, I think. Let me see. Did I get it? Yeah, there's the link. Miller Tide Fishing. What's up, Cody? Had a long time no see, brother. You need to get back over here and start getting back into fishing for me. Do some hanging out. Try to catch something. The bite is a little off right now because, like I said, this river is dropping really fast. Last week I was here, that log right there was floating. It was actually up where the cooler is sitting now and floating on the bank. But as you can see now, the water's dropped down to where it is sitting on dry dock. It is not in the water anymore. Larry wants to know if you're sure you're talking about his wife. Haha. Huh? I thought I was. Oh, Larry's being a smart aleck. Hey, he just had surgery. Punch him in that shoulder. Yeah, Fanny, just give him a good old whack on that shoulder, and I bet it'll settle him right down. I guarantee it. He won't be lipping you no more. No more back talk from Larry. Just smack him on the shoulder. He's gonna say, "How's your stitches holding up there, buddy?" Larry, we're wishing you the best for a speedy recovery, brother. Uh, we love you to death, and we just hope that you just take it easy and get better. And we're gonna be me and you gonna be fishing again together real soon. I promise you. You did, but you take your time. Daddy Stone ain't going nowhere. When you're healed up and you're ready, I'll be here waiting. Count on it. So we've had one, two, three little taps on the rod since we put bait on. I know I'm hooking that bait on there real good, so they're not just grabbing it and pulling it off there. And those are fresh shad too, so it's not like they're mushy and they're getting them. Oh, Mad Cat's down there just got a little tap. I think we got a bunch of little channel cats on us, guys. I really do. Fishing time. Let's go. What's going on? Good to see you. We've already got 34 people in here on YouTube and 3 on Facebook. That's what I'm talking about. Good crowd, and we got good quality people in here too. My God, look at this. Amazing people in chat. Fish time, let's go. Let's hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Is it trying to rain on me? Are you kidding me? I got a big black cloud hanging over my head. It ain't rained a drop all morning. I start the live and now it's drizzling. But I think it's going to pass pretty quick. I think we'll be okay. We're going to stick it out and ride it out and just keep going. And see here. Ashley Brady, what's up, Ash? Good to see you, sis. Mike Young. Yeah, it's raining on me, y'all. I'm going to hold my hat over this phone until this passes. I don't want my phone getting wet, so just bear with me for a minute. It's raining on me. Good grief, where did that come from? You know what? Actually, let's just run up here underneath these trees and get out of this rain. We're going to sit up in here underneath these bushes and try to stay dry. It can't get us up here. There, that's better. We're going to hide up in here amongst the trees and wait this rain out. That's a fast drizzling rain, so it should pass pretty quick. We'll be all right. Mary Mercifer, one of my loyal constituents, one of my favorite people. Mary's always hanging out for me, supporting me. I appreciate her. Great person there. Okay. Yeah, it is pouring down out there. But like I said, we're up in these trees, so it's not getting us too wet. Watch this. If one of them rods goes down now, we're not exactly in the prime position to deal with it. Let's tuck further back up into the woods here. I'm still getting a couple of drops right. Hey, there's a log I can sit on. It's covered with poison ivy. Perfect. We'll just use that. They can't really see those 2 rods there real good right now, but y'all can't. I can. If anything happens, we'll run down there. Yeah, it is. Man, it is coming down crazy right now. I don't know if you guys can see that rain. Look at that rain coming across there. That came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere. Yeah, I want a rain bite when the rain stops. I don't want it while it's raining. I got enough of that last night. We fished that tournament and it poured down on me and Josh Dunnigan. We got drowned like rats. I mean, my clothes were soaked through and through. The weekend angler flashbacks. You know it. Like, there you go. Josh was with me last night and we dealt with this. I mean, there wasn't a sign of rain. Not a sign. And now it's pouring down. I don't know how far y'all. Look at that. It's just pouring down. I'm hoping this will pass really quick, you guys. So I think we're gonna sit here and ride it out. We'll ride it out. We don't care. If it gets real bad, we'll shut the live down and head on home. But we're gonna try to stick it out and see if we can't make this work. Let me see if I can make this tripod stand up here by itself so I don't have to hold it. There we go. Warren Farley, just a little green speck on your radar. Not hard to tell where you are. You got it, buddy. It's right on top of me right now, though. Oh, it was pouring last night. Danny and I huddled under the bimini top. Not sure why. He kept hugging me, but whatever. It didn't have nothing to do with the rain, buddy. I'm just letting you know. It didn't have nothing to do with the rain. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't see you trying to pull away neither. Uh, oh man, that wind blowing is cold. What is up with that? Move the camera up in here a little bit further. This leg adjusted here. Man, it is coming down. Oh my God. I didn't know this was coming. Where did this rain come from? I didn't see nothing on the radar this morning. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I am cursed. I am absolutely cursed. No doubt about it. This is insane. Well, I said it was going to pass real quick. I don't know. We're waiting on it. I got to keep my hat over the phone. It's getting dripped on pretty hard. But then my head's getting wet. Maybe I'll just lean forward and use the bill of my hat to cover the phone. Oh, I see a turtle down there. What's he want? He needs to go away. Go on, turtle. It should be gone within about 10 minutes. I was hoping you say 10 seconds. I don't know if I can take 10 minutes of this, man. I'm going to be soaked to the core again. That's hard pouring rain right now. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but it's coming down. Man, I just can't catch a break. I'm telling you, I can't catch a break. Fish through stand day with no bait on the hooks. And man, that wind is cold blowing too. What is up with that? Whoa, can y'all hear that? Oh my God, I gotta move further up into the woods. It's getting me, it's getting me. That rain is coming down, y'all. Was that lightning? Because I'm standing underneath trees in a lightning storm. Brilliant. I've done dumber things. Not in a while, though. Oh, my God. Martha! What's up, Martha Efert? Robert James. Let's just ride it out, you guys. We'll wait. I could cut through these woods and get to the truck. Phone's getting soaked. This is not going well. This is not going well. I'm going to try to cover it up. Let me cover this phone. Now my head's getting wet. I can't deal with this. This is just not fair. My phone is dripping water. Yeah, take shelter out of the tallest tree. You guys, I think we're going to make a run for the truck. No? It looks like it's clearing off back that way. We should be good and wet by the time this goes away, though. Hang on, I got to protect you guys. Don't worry, I'm still here. I just got the phone covered up. Trying to keep you guys from getting wet. Just because I'm soaked don't mean you got to be. I think it's starting to clear off. It may be gone here in just a second. Sun's trying to come out. Wait for it. Oh, great. My chair is full of water. Let's see. You guys still here? Yep. That phone is dripping water. That is not good. I don't have my protective cover on either. My wife is going to kill me. All right. It's starting to slack up. Let's just wait for it to finish up. Oh. Yeah, here I am. Soaking wet. Again. Oh. This is stupid. Can't see nothing. My glasses got water all over them. Hang on, y'all. It's clearing off. Getting better. Rain's almost gone. I think we made it. Riding the storm out, waiting for the fallout. We're gonna try to come out of these woods gradually and slowly, and I think it's cleared off. There's a little bit of a cloud right there that's still coming at us. Other than that, okay, the rain has stopped falling here. Now here's the problem. Now this bank, I'm walking in these weeds and these rocks, and there's mud underneath there. So I've got to go really, really slow here because now the bank is real slippery because it got soaking wet. And I don't want to fall. Again, I fell and got hurt last week. Had to go to the hospital. But oh yeah, this muddy bank has just turned to goo. That is going to be slicker than owl snot. Now the sun's going to come out. The humidity's going to go up. And of course, my chair is full of water. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's just perfect. That's absolutely just perfect. Oh well. Already soaked. Might as well just sit in it. Okay, now we got to readjust everything here. Hang on, you guys. Just hang tight until I get you situated where I want you. That is not where I had that camera before. Oh well, we'll make it work. Come on, Danny, find the right spot. Where did I have that? Let's try this. Yeah, well, maybe that'll work. Man, you guys are way lower down on there now. Let me raise you up a little bit. That's better. I'll just make you guys taller. Loosen that one up. I'm trying to get my camera level here. I'm adjusting the legs on it. All right. We survived. Now if I can dry my glasses off, I can see Chad again. Get all the water spots off here. Man. This is just not my weekend, I'm telling you. But I'm not complaining. I've had fun. Okay. What all did we miss while we were getting bombarded by rain showers? Okay, go back. I remember seeing that. Ashley Beatty, hey Robert James, Soggy Bottom Boys in constant sorrow all through his days. I am the man of constant sorrow, but I've seen trouble all my days. I have bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. That's enough of that. Catch fish with us. What's going on? Good to see you. Eddie Gross. All right. So we're getting soaked to the bone, and fish ain't biting real good, and we're out here just doing what we do. Same stupid stuff every weekend. It can only go up from here. Once you hit bottom, you know, it's pretty much rock bottom. So Positive energy from here on out. We'll just hang out with each other and talk and see what these rods are going to do. I know I got a bite on Black Betty. I got a bite on the 14-foot Mad Cats. And I got a bite on the 10-foot Ancient Mariner, the Challenger rod. Got 3 little taps. So those 3 rods are the rods we'll have to check the bait here in a little bit because something has been stealing my bait out there. I don't think it's turtles because, I mean, I've got a few turtles popping up, but they're staying real close to the bank. They're not way out there in the middle of that river. There's big catfish out there that'll eat them. Speaking of the devil, there's a turtle right there. See them? Right there. See, there's 2 of them, but they're staying right next to the bank. They're not, and I'm throwing way out there. So those guys aren't, they aren't an issue to me. They're not out there where my baits are. They're staying like 5 feet off the shoreline and hanging around here. We're throwing out far enough that they ain't getting our bait. Now, usually this time of year it's not as common. It's usually in the spring, but we get a lot of big North American eels in this river. And in the springtime, they will pick your hooks clean. And every now and then you'll hook one. There's another turtle. There are 4 turtles now hanging right off the bank here. They're being curious. Now I have been throwing fish scraps, like whenever I cut up bait, and I've got the little tip of the tail piece and stuff like that. I'll throw it in the water right in here. And whenever I take old bait off the hook and put fresh bait on, I throw it right in the water right here. So that's what's drawing them turtles in here real close right now. They smell that bait in the water and they're coming up here getting it. That's exactly what's going on there. But that's fine. I'll throw all the old bait along the bank. I'll keep them turtles up here fed and happy and away from my lines out there. I'll give them the scraps if they'll leave my hooks alone. I got no problem making that deal with nature. All right. Now we're back to just sitting, wishing, and hoping. I am soaking wet. Can you believe it? Oh my God. I left my bag with my all my batteries and all my stuff sitting here wide open, and it is full of water. Oh my God. And my batteries ruined. They're wet. My battery packs. I had all my battery packs in that bag and it filled up with water. That's not good. Lay them out in the sun to dry. Hopefully it didn't run them. We'll just have to see. Oh well, things happen. Just deal with it and move on. Nice little sprinkling shower on us, and the sky's a little clear now. I think we're gonna be okay. There is one cloud right there I'm a little worried about. Which way is that feller headed? He's heading toward us, but I don't see no rain falling off of him, so hopefully we'll be okay. After that, it looks clear across there. Humidity's gonna be a pain in the butt. I can tell you that right now. Man, I want to go check that last rod down there. Hold on, we're getting tapped on. The Mad Cats has still got bait on it because it just got bumped. Annette Eastman, hello. Um, this is gonna be one of them days where we just throw rods out, sit back, and just be patient and see if anything happens. Butters, where are we fishing from? I bet I know who that is. Butters, that's me. Probably freaking Garen. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, Butters, I think that's a guy I work with. He's freaking nuts. He ain't got no sense at all. We are fishing right around that bend of the river right there is the city of New Madrid. We're on the, if you look on the Mississippi River and right there and on a map, and you follow it up to uh, the Boot Heel of Missouri, the southeastern part of Missouri, you'll see a big horseshoe shape in the Mississippi River where it curves around like a. It's actually like almost like an S shape there, but you'll see that real big horseshoe where the river bends around and changes directions. Well, that's where I'm at. You can catch fish with us. I think I said hi to you. I don't know. Uh, man, I tell you what, them people ain't no joke either. They catch a lot of fish, and they are some big time contenders in the live fishing tournament league this year. They've been putting on a heck of a show and doing a great job. They've caught more fish than I have. I can promise you that. But don't you worry about old Danny Stone. He ain't no quitter. We still got 10 rounds to go in the tournament. 10 different tournaments that we still got to do. We've got 9 down, 10 to go. Uh, Yep, that Mad Cat's just got bumped again. I think those are Channel Cat guys. I really do. I don't know. He's working on it a little harder this time. I don't know if you guys can see that. See him pecking on it? He's pecking on it. Jerry Parker in the boat. That they're staying pretty steady with it. He's just tapping it. He's pretty consistent. He's being very consistent. But we're gonna move down there, you guys, because that fish there is well, I said that and he stopped. Nope, there he goes again. That one there may commit. Man, that's the most aggravating thing in the world right there. Man, this bank is muddy. This bank is muddy and slippery right now. You gotta be careful. Yeah, that fish was sitting there just pecking on that rod. And the minute I got down there, he stopped. So that may be one of that's what they were doing earlier today. And whenever I reeled it up, bait would be gone. So we'll definitely check that rod here in just a little bit. Let's see. What are we pulling for you? Hold on here. What did I miss? Um, Ashley Brady said, snagged you, Benoit. Good deal, good deal. Thank you for supporting Benoit there, Ashley. Appreciate it. They're good friends of mine. Catch fish with Ashley. Thanks. We appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, catch fish with us said, howdy, Jerry. We were pulling for y'all yesterday. Tough break, but it will be memorable forever. Oh, I guarantee you that. Did you get that rowdy bunch together, man? It's a good time no matter what. And don't you worry about it, Parker. They're down there in Vicksburg right now. He'll be heading home soon, and we'll get our old Jerry Parker back up here on the Mississippi doing in our area in waters that he knows real good. Jerry's going to show y'all some good fish this year. I count on it. I guarantee it. Fishing and cooking, Mike Chavez. What's going on? Good to see you. We had a little bitty bite on that rod. We're gonna give him a few more minutes and see if he comes back. If not, we're going to assume that we just got our bait stolen, and we're going to go reel that up and check it, because he was pecking on it pretty hard. I can't remember if I had a headpiece on there or a body section. I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know what piece I had on there. I was running some skipjack earlier. Right now we're running 100% all shad, head pieces and body sections. Basically, we're taking 5-inch shad, and we're just clipping the very tip of the tail off of them, and then just cutting them in half. Head pieces going on one rod, body sections going on the next, and we've got them just stuck on there, just in no set pattern, which is stupid because I like to remember. I always like to know which one's got the headpiece on it, but I didn't think to look. I just threw bait on and threw them out. Well, let's give that bad cat rod a few more minutes, and we're gonna check the bait on it, and we'll check the bait on Black Betty, and we'll check the bait on that Ancient Mariner contender rod there, because it got hit. So we had 3 rods got hit. They're not doing nothing now. So I'm tending to think either a small fish or an eel pulled the bait off of there. That's what I'm thinking. Oh man, I do not like being just soaking wet sitting out here. The birds are chirping though, they're enjoying it. Nice little bath for them. Hope you're happy. Randy Rhino, welcome in. Size Matters Catfishing. My brother Andrew Whitehouse. If you guys ain't checked out Size Matters, check him out. Because, man, I tell you what, that guy right there, I fished with him. He was with me when Coda caught my granddaughter Coda, caught her PB. That was one of the most memorable nights I ever had. And Andrew was right there with us, standing right beside me and Coda when she caught that fish, cheering her on. I will never forget that night for as long as I live. And Andrew Whitehouse is going to be a big part of that night forever. He was there, holding the light and clapping and cheering. And that absolutely made my granddaughter's night. Not just about the fish, but getting a high five Andrew, and seeing the excitement from her and the excitement from him. It was just amazing. Catfish and crappie, Mark, what's going on? We have rain coming the next 2 days here. Oh, yeah, I just got some of it. But now the sun's come out and the humidity is absolutely horrible right now already. I mean, just within a few minutes, it's already getting bad. All this morning, I had a cool breeze blowing. I had overcast skies. Then I come through here and start this show, and right off the bat, boom, rain, and now humidity. Just miserable. But you know what? We're out here fishing, and there's a lot of folks don't get to do that. So we're gonna stop whining and just keep going. What do you say? Y'all ready? Let's just keep going. Delaware, what's going on? It's been raining here for the last week in Texas. Well, that means it's coming toward me. There's some freaky bird back here behind me making some kind of kookaburra noise and stuff. I'm not comfortable with that. I got honeybees swarming me. What in the world? All right, I think we need to go down and check that bait on that Mad Catch rod, and we're going to check the bait on Black Betty while we're at it. I bet you he's wrapped me up in a rock. See, now here's the thing, folks. You see all these big rocks on the ground right here? All right, they're all over the bottom of the river out there too. And them catfish will grab that line and they'll go down and they'll wrap it around and around and around a rock. And Nah, you know what happens then. You wind up breaking off. Fishing for whiskers. What's up? Hey, good afternoon, y'all. Hope everyone's doing well and having a great day. Well, I hope you're having a great day too. We hope we catch some fish, but if we don't, that's okay. Let's see. What's Braden O'Brien talking about? 108 Iowa Mill. Oh, you guys are talking about temperature. Look at this, man. I keep getting attacked by butterflies. Look at that. They're landing all over me. What is it with these butterflies that keep landing on me? Get out of here. It's trying to land on my nose now. Go on, butterfly. What is your deal? I'm gonna hold my hand up there, see if he'll come back. Look, what do you want to bet? Look at that. I just held my arm out and he landed right back on it. Come here. Come here, butterfly. Come here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's see if we get that butterfly landing on our hand again. Come on. Oh, look at that. Ain't he special? Gone. Not on the face. Come on, man. Look, here. Look, here's my hand. Stay off my face. Stay off my face. Let's see if we can land on my hand again. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Get over here. Come on. Right here. He's being hard headed now just because I want him to do it. He won't do it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There he is. What's up, buddy? You guys got trained butterflies where y'all live? You can call them to you? Well, we do. That guy. Uh, honeybees swarming you, butterflies, sugar melts in water, hot. You got that right. I do, man. I get wet and they go, oh, he's so sweet. Missy Kennedy, our loved one showing you love, dating. Have you heard that? No, I did not know that. Well, I guess I shouldn't have smashed that one while ago. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't smash no butterfly, y'all. I didn't smash no butterfly. You seen how I'm doing them. I'm letting them land on me and everything else. I ain't gonna kill no butterfly. Ain't no point in it. They ain't even big enough to make bait. You know what I mean? They're showing me love. Showing me love. I wish some catfish would show me some love. That'd be nice. But you know what? We'll take butterflies if we have to. It's fine. Just out here, nature's showing us some love. Come on, Mother Nature. Show me some love on them fishing rods. Let's go. Let's go check the bait on that Mad Cat's rod. I bet you they stole the bait. Bear hook. Clean down. Let's throw a big old shad head on there. See if he can get that off of there. Man, these rocks are slippery. Throw the bait. Man, something's just picking these hooks clean. You see little taps on the rod, then you reel up, the bait's gone. They're just picking it clean. Let's throw a big old body section on there. Well, like I told you, they've been doing that all morning. You'll see the rods. They're not hard bites. They're just gentle tap, 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 and they'll do that for a couple minutes. Sometimes they'll do it a couple minutes, come back, and then they'll do it again for a couple minutes. Then you'll sit there for a long time with nothing going on. You go reel it up, bait's gone. And I mean, I'm putting decent sized chunks of bait that are they're fresh bait. They're not mushy. They're good solid pieces, and I'm hooking them on there real good. For them to Houdini that and just pick that bait off there is just being really frustrating this morning. Hey there, Jody girl, my Jody girl. Jody come in there in the last 7 minutes of stand day today and won the cotton picking thing. She goes, Stan, how much time do I got left? He said 7 minutes. And I said, yep, that's pretty much all she needs. She come in there and showed off and showed out. Got it done. But that's our Jody right there. You know it. All right, so we know them two biggest rods down there, Black Betty and that green Mad Cats. We know they've got bait on them because we just baited them up, threw them out. So let's just keep an eye on them and see what goes on. Well, that Mad Cat's rod's starting to bend over real slow. The last time that happened, it was a flathead. I don't think that's what's going on this time. I think that current whooped over here and it's gotten real strong real quick. Pretty much. We're fishing in one of them spots where the current changed directions. You'll see everything flowing downstream and it'll turn around and it'll flow upstream. It's a reverse eddy with fluctuating tide, which this is not a tidal river. Not where we're at, it's not. It's just got some weird current, ebbs and flows in it. Yeah, I threw that out there in that main channel, and that's why it's pulling that hard. It's caught in that current and it's pulling it. But we'll just let it ride it out. Let's see what happens. Let it ride. Let it ride. Maybe something big out there on the edge of that current seam will grab a hold of it. That's what we're hoping for. There's usually not a whole lot of little fish in this spot right here. Generally, you come to this spot and you throw out several rods and you just wait and wait and wait. And this is a big fish spot here. So you don't generally catch a lot of little ones. Before I caught my new PB, my previous PB of 70 pounds came from, well, right there, that rod. Came on Black Betty in the same spot she's sitting. I caught a 70 pounder there last year. And I've caught 50s and 60s here. Now we have caught some smaller fish. But I'm talking like teens and 20s. It's a big fish hole. But I think some little channel cats has moved up in here around the edge of it. John Boy, welcome in. Well, at least the wind's back. It's blowing a little bit. And there comes another cloud I'm a little worried about. I didn't see that a while ago. He snuck up on me too. I don't see no rain falling out of it though. What was the other rod that got a bite a while ago? It was that Mad Cats, or not Mad Cat. It was that Ancient Mariner Challenger rod. It got a bite. We got all three of our Ancient Mariners out. We got our 7'6" rod. We've got our 10-foot Challenger out. Then we've got the Muddy River rod there. And then on our side of it, we've got our other Ancient Mariner 10-footer. Then we got the James and Jody rods out. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Elliott, what's going on? Good to see you. And since Lisa's here, we were fishing with the Lisa rod earlier this morning, and I got it all tangled up and broken off. But since Lisa showed up, we're going to take a minute and we're going to go ahead and she's laying there beside the bait bucket right now. But we're going to go ahead and put another rig on the Lisa rod, and we're going to set it out down there on the other side of Black Betty. And I'm going to throw it back upstream toward that, where that log jam is right there. We're going to throw that rod right up there. So let me get that rod rigged up. We want to get Lisa back out there. I fished with her this morning, like I said, broke her off, and ain't had the chance to retire yet. But I'm gonna put a new line on there. And I get my lazy butt out in the garage. 5 more minutes, baby. Oh man, work's overrated. Don't worry about it. Let's get our Lisa rod rigged up. Man, these rocks are slick. Gotta try to keep an eye on these rods while I'm doing this too. Man, everything in our tackle bag is soaking wet. What the crap, dude? Everything is soaking wet. See if I got a rig tied up here. I think I do. Sure do. That I did. You know what? Let's try something. We're going to try something different with the Lisa rod. This is our rod we got from Aaron and Lisa Elliott. Let's go with a smaller hook. Let's throw a little bitty 4/0 hook on there and put a little bit smaller bait. And I'm going to see if we can find out what that is. It's pecking on them big baits and getting them off there. Let's go with a smaller hook, smaller bait, see if we can catch what that is, whatever that is out there that's stealing our bait. Let me get this rigged up real quick and we'll get that done. Here, I'm going to hop behind the camera and do this so we can keep an eye on them rods. I got my back to them right now. Let me hop back here where I can tie this rig on and still watch them rods at the same time. But yeah, I want to try to throw a little bit smaller bait on there, a little bit smaller hook. Oh man, there's a wonderful breeze right there. That feels so good. That is so refreshing. I like it. I like it very much. Be thankful for the good things when they come along. Like I was sitting here hot and its humidity was awful. I was soaking wet, miserable. But then a breeze comes along. And even if it's just for a few minutes, it's a few minutes of relief. You know what I'm saying? You got to take what you can get from it. All right, get this tied on here. We'll have to add a weight to it. Bear with me, I'm tying a knot and it's hard to see it. My vision ain't what it used to be, I'll tell you that. Not even close. And sometimes it's hard to see to tie these cotton picking knots. All right, let's add a weight to it. A weight and some bait, and it'll be ready to throw out there. Well, got the weight to it. Let's go with a I'm going to throw that in that spot where there's not a whole lot of current. So we're going to downsize the hook, and we're going to downsize to a 3-ounce weight. We're going to put 3 ounces on it. We've got 5s and 6s on these other rods. Well, we're going to downsize to a 3 and throw it up in there toward them long. Freaking arthritis is acting up today too. My fingers ain't wanting to work right. Come on. There we go. Let's throw that small tail piece on there. Let's do that. This little tail piece off of a shad. Let's put that on. Not my favorite cut of bait, I'll say that. I'm not real big on the tail pieces. Some people swear by them. All right, we gotta go down there and hammer in a rod holder and get this thing in the water. God, this bank is muddy and slick. Now we got Lisa out right down there. Flew it with a smaller hook, smaller bait. Let's see if we can figure out what it is that's stealing all of our bait. Maybe they'll get on that and get hooked up. Bullets barbecue. Derek's. Wish I had some air near me. To fish from a riverbank like this and relax. I'm telling you, buddy. Dude, look, I've got I've got miles and miles and miles of shoreline. You can fish anywhere you want on the shoreline. It goes for miles. I mean, it goes for long ways. Hey, Dan Stone, Legend of Mississippi, he can handle all the rods. You got it. We got what, about 7 out now? Lucky 7. The Magnificent 7. Maybe that'll change our luck. Oh, what are they talking about? That's a lot of rods for one person. Well, you want to kind of cover a bigger area. Um, the most rods I've ever fished with out here, I think, was 12. I had 12 out one time. Here in Missouri, on the Mississippi River in particular, um, you're in the state of Missouri, your limit is 3 rods unlabeled. You can have 3 rods that don't have your name on them. If you go more than that, okay, you've got to put your name and your conservation number on there. You've got to have it written on your rods, and all these rods have my conservation number written on them. I've been checked by a game warden, man, dozens and dozens of times, and he would go along and look at every rod and make sure I had that conservation number on there. And once he saw that, he goes, "Well, you're good to go. Have a nice day," and he walked off. But yeah, if you're going to fish the Mississippi River in our area, okay, your limit is actually unlabeled. I think it's 2 rods on the Mississippi. It's 3 everywhere else in the state. But if you label those rods, you can add more rods to your arsenal. But make sure you've got your name and your conservation number on those rods, because if you don't, they will write you a ticket for having more than 2 rods on the Mississippi. Now, the rest of the state, it's 3 rod limit, unlabeled, unlabeled. Okay, I hope I'm making that where you can understand it. That you can absolutely add more rods, but you've got to have that information written, or you can have like Richard Cluck, he's got little tags made up that he attaches to his rods, and he can take them off and remove them and use them for other rods, which is a great idea, by the way, which I need to do that. I need to get some little dog tags made that's got my name and my conservation number on them, and I can just clip them onto the rod as I'm using it. Let's see. I'm in Wisconsin. The Mississippi is all the way on the other side of the state from me. Oh, man. But I'm going to tell you what, Wisconsin's a great state, man. I've been there a few times. But I always said some of the greatest states you got are the ones that, hey, if Mississippi runs through them, you're good to go. If it touches the Mississippi, you're a good state. With the exception of Florida. I love Florida no matter what. Florida is absolutely one of my favorite states. Love it down there. And I've said it a billion times. Oh my God, look at right over our head. That is not good. I don't see no rain falling though. Maybe we'll get a lucky, maybe we'll catch a break. Maybe we'll catch a break. We've got a huge black cloud hanging over our head. That's pretty dark. You know what I'm saying? Please don't dump any more rain on me. I've had enough since last night and today. You've just hammered me. I've had enough. Stop it. It's enough is enough. Well, Benoit, you think that'd be a weird rule, but the reason is, let's say you've got 4 people sitting on the bank, okay? Let's say there's 4 people sitting here where I'm at, and they've got out 12 rods. Well, the game warden pulls up. Now, let's say 2 of those people don't have a fishing license. Well, all they got to do is claim, that ain't my rod, that ain't my rod, that ain't my rod. That's why they make you label them, because whoever's name's on that rod, you're the one responsible for it. They got too many people that, like, people that don't want to buy a fishing license. There's actually people that's like that. They'll go fishing with somebody and say, well, if the game warden comes up, just tell them I'm not fishing. Well, you've got to designate who that rod belongs to in the state of Missouri. That way, somebody can't just be sitting there. Of course, they can still say, well, you put your name on it, and if he comes up, I'll just sit back and say, hey, ain't my rod, his name's on it. They still get around it. But 9 times out of 10, the game warden hides up in the bushes and he watches you for a while. They don't say, hey, there's somebody down there fishing. Let's go check it out. Nope. They pull up there. They sneak around and get in a strategic location, and they sit there and they watch and they watch and they watch. And they look and they film and video who's picking up the rods, who's throwing them out, who's reeling them in. And they get all that on video. And then they come down there and say, let me see your fishing license. Well, I ain't got a fishing license because I ain't fishing. Well, that's funny because I got a video here of you throwing the rod out. See how that works? Point blank, best thing to do is don't be a cheapskate. Buy your freaking fishing license. It's a lot cheaper than a ticket, I promise you. Hey, I seen hooks and hammocks in here. Man, you guys, Chris and Telly, you guys put on a show last night. I was proud of y'all. Oh, my God. They came out fighting, buddy. They came out fighting. They caught a lot of fish last night. I think y'all caught, what, 22? Was it 22 fish y'all caught? I think it was. Last year was only 2. They capped y'all. Read the fine print. Sometimes you can find a loophole. Like I said, the rules I just gave you, okay, they're not in the general rules like that little bitty, like the little loose leaf rule book they give you that looks like a magazine. But if you get the little book that's got all the rules in it, I mean, it's got the codes and everything, you got to fine print read that. And that's how I found that rule in there. Because, see, they don't tell you that. You got to find out on your own. Yeah, it was 22. Just take my word for it. I know how many fish you caught. Stop questioning me. You caught 22. Because you said, I think you was on Stan's channel too, and caught 22. Either way, you caught 21 more fish than I did. And that's a pretty good, that's a pretty big leap. Without a doubt. What have I got in here to eat? I'm starving. Oh my God, you put Vienna sausages in my cooler. I hate them, but I'll eat them. When you're hungry, you don't care. Or may just drink a Mountain Dew for the calories. It'll be all right. Yep, that's another. What I was talking earlier. When we go to our fishing party meetup, greet up thing at Crab Orchard Lake, Chris and Telly will be there. Ben and Wall will be there. We're all gonna be hanging out together. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. Richard Cluck, Josh Donegan, Jerry Parker, they're all coming. I got a camping spot where I can throw rods out right. I can step 2 steps out of my camper and have rods on the bank. So I'm gonna be fishing the whole time I'm there. Oh yeah, tell you. Well, I'm excited because hey, this ain't Baldwin. I know we brought you guys up to Baldwin before, and it was it was hit or miss. But I'm telling you right now, I know we've led you astray before, but I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love Crab Orchard Lake. Baldwin is just basically a big old giant pool of water with a rocky levee all the way around it. Now, Crab Orchard, you've got coves and you've got scenery, you got trees everywhere. Um, it's just so cool. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Just looked up Crab Orchard Lake, 440 miles away. Yeah, It's a little bit of a trek for some folks. You guys are gonna have a blast, and you're coming at the best time of the year. I don't know as much about Crab Orchard as Josh Dunnigan does. Josh Dunnigan grew up on that lake. He's been there his whole life, and he knows everything about that lake. And he said September is one of the best times to get in there and get on them fish. We got some big old catfish in there, channel cats in there. There's some good sized channel cats. What is that? I don't know what that was. It's poking out of the water. It looked like a telescope off of a submarine. Dang Russians come up Mississippi, I guess. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, um, we got some good channel cats in there. I mean, beefy ones. But the thing is, they're also 40 to 60-pound flatheads in there. If you guys can get on them, I ain't had the pleasure of hooking one of them yet. Uh, where my camp spot is, where my camper's going to be at, the exact spot where my camper is at, is where Josh Dunnigan caught his PB flathead. So I'm going to be fishing out that spot right there for sure. Go Crab Orchard a few times. Worked out in Southern Illinois. It was beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful lake. It is. It's a hey downtown Ernie Brown. What's going on, Ernie? Good to see you in here, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. ATC's fishing. Welcome in. Good to have you. Mike Irvin. Let's see. Been wild fishing about an 8-hour hike for us from Ohio, just over 540 miles. Holy crap! I didn't know it was that far. It's a 2-hour drive for me. As a matter of fact, we fished a tournament last night. I drove over to Crab Orchard. Poured rain on us. We caught one fish and made it to the second round. Then we got put out, and I got in the truck and I made it home before the tournament was over. I watched it all the way home. Piggy, happy guinea pig. What's up, Piggy? Good to see you, brother. Love me some Piggy. Piggy's cool, man. Man, Piggy, he's cooler than a penguin's butt. He's cool, man. Man, I don't even know if we've, while I was messing with the rod and set stuff up, I don't even know if we've had a bite. I just don't know. I didn't throw that Mad Catch, that 14-footer. I didn't really throw it right where I wanted to. It's in that fast current now, but we're going to leave it there. Maybe something will find that. Oh. Look at all the fine people in here. I know, brother. Hey, man, you come to Dan Stone's show, man. It may not be about catching fish. It may just be a catching up with people. You know what I'm saying? Getting to talk to the people that you ain't seen in a while or got to chat with for a while. I don't care. We just got these rods out just as, what's it called? Decorations. So you guys got something to look at while you're chatting. They are decor. It kind of enhances the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Catfish Weekly, my buddy Lyle. Oh, Papa Lyle. I sure did let Lyle down last night, and I apologize, Lyle. I told Lyle that me and Dunnigan was just gonna go in there and just tear it up. I said we may not win it, but we're gonna get on a lot of fish. But it didn't work out for us. But that's okay. That's the first time, believe it or not, the first time I've been to Crab Orchard Lake that we didn't absolutely just fill the boat full of fish. And when you know it, it's during a tournament. It's pouring rain on me. And I know I'm sounding redundant and just all whiny about it and stuff, but I don't care myself. I mean, I go lots of places don't catch fish. I mean, today, case in point. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother me, but I hate it when I let people down too, though. But you know, generally it works out pretty good for me because I come out here fishing, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and catch like one fish or something like that, and people go, oh, well, it's Dave Stone. He might catch something, he might not. And then every now and then, I'll throw in there a 60, a 70, or believe it or not, an 80 pounder. And they go, holy crap, we wasn't expecting that. And it makes it even more exciting. So you got to have all those days where you just suck so that when you do something great, it's really great. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind the sucky days. They make the good days better. Don't mind them at all. I'll take 100 trips to catch one good fish. It don't bother me a bit. And just keep on going. Uh, let's see, Catfish Weekly. You and I got to fish together one of these days, Daddy. You know it's going to happen, Lyle. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I guarantee it. We live in the same state, brother. There's no excuse. I'm going to have to make my way up there. But the thing is, though, man, here's my dream. You know what? I'm going to turn this camera around because I'm going to tell you my dream. I'm going to tell you my dream right now. Where's that button at? There it is. Let me do this. We're going to talk about it for a second. Them rods ain't doing nothing. Nobody gives a crap. We're going to talk about my dream. And this is a dream of mine. I'm not just making this up, and I'm not being stupid like normal. You know what I mean? This is out of pocket, regular, serious stuff. But I know that right behind me, all up in there, uh, back in the day, and I'm not saying a long, long, long time ago, not like Little House on the Prairie stuff. I mean, but back in the day, that area right up in there around that bend, Lyle Stokes has fished all of that. He knows all of where I'm pointing at. He's been there, done that. And I promise you, there was times in the past before I ever knew who Lyle Stokes was that I was fishing down there, and Lyle Stokes was out on the boat out in front of me. Never knew it. God only knows how many times I've looked out the water and say, "Look at that SOP in that boat," and it was Lyle Stokes and didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the bank just hating on them. I don't now because I know them all. Now I know them SOBs. But my dream would be for Lyle Stokes to return, the return of Lyle to the Mississippi, and me get Josh Dunnigan, Richard Cluck, Jerry Parker, and all of us get down here and meet up with Lyle and throw in 2 or 3 boats, man, and fish the waters that Lyle used to fish in the past. I'm serious. That is a freaking dream of mine. I would love for that day to happen. And we could all take turns throwing Lyle on. Hey, jump over on Jerry's boat. Hey, jump over on Richard's boat. And you go by Danny's over on the bank. Go by and chuck a bait at him, or all kinds of cool stuff. But I promise you, I'll get my turn fishing with Lyle Stokes when that day comes. And whether I wind up going up to where Lyle is and fishing with Lyle, and here's the thing: if I go up to where Lyle is, I don't care if we go for catfish, bluegill, crappie. I don't care. Man, you're fishing with Lyle freaking Stokes. I don't care if you're going out there with a bubble gum catching turtles. I don't care. But you're fishing with Lyle freaking Stokes, man. Who would not want to do that? You know what I'm saying? And if I have to make a trip up there to fish with Lyle, so be it. But my dream of all dreams is to get Lyle Stokes down here with these crazy bastards hanging out with Richard Cluck, Jerry Parker, Josh Dunnigan, and me. Could you imagine that mix up fishing that section of river right there? Man, I'll tell you what, you talking about a good time right there. Guaranteed. Now, we'll put this camera back around and watch these rods do absolutely nothing. How's that sound? Let's do it. I forgot how to do this. Oh. Yeah, don't be looking at my nose while I'm trying to do this either, because I have to look up. Y'all's disgusting. I'm trying to look up in there. There, now. Whew. But it is tough today. It is definitely tough. Like I said, the rivers, it's dropping pretty fast, which always makes for a really crappy time. How you know Law's middle name? You got that right. Uh, that area used to be full of fish. There's still quite a few in there, Law. We do have some commercial fishermen in here. It's not as bad as Ohio. God bless our brothers and sisters in Ohio. They are getting slammed by those commercial people. We've got maybe a half a dozen locals around here that commercial fish all this area right here. And you can absolutely tell the difference over the past 4 years uh, of what they've taken out of here in just 4 year period. It's amazing to me the decline of the fish population in such a short period of time, just from 6 people running gill nets, trot lines, hoop nets. Um, you think? I mean, look at the size of that freaking river, dude. That's a mile across. That is a mile across. That's Kentucky over there, and it goes forever. It goes from one end of the United States to the other. Okay, and it's a mile wide right here. Now, you think about this. You would think an area a river that covers that much area, that there's no way, man, no way you're gonna catch all them fish out of there. See, not a lot of local people around here. They growed up poor, and God forbid, a lot of them just they don't know much about conservation. They can't help it. They just never learned it, and in their minds, there's just no way possible to catch all the fish out of this river. But I'm telling you right now that I have seen a severe decline in the fish population just from the fact that, man, I've got videos from 4 years ago where I'd come out here and I couldn't fish with, I could only fish with 3 rods because any more than that, you couldn't keep up with it. It was just insane. You'd have 3 rods out and be like, fish on and doubled up. And oh crap, there goes the third one. And it was like that every time you came here. Not anymore. It those days are gone. Can they come back? Absolutely, they can come back. But we've got to get smarter, and you got to try to educate the people that are doing the damage. Where wherein lies the problem? Because um, they're not worried about the conservation of the fish. They're worried about the almighty dollar. You can't tell a guy that's making a living and paying his bills that he's doing wrong. But which when I say wrong, I don't mean illegal. They're not doing anything illegal. But to me, to come in here and basically, for lack of any other word, to rape this river like that, just come in and just what is it Vikings used to do when they go into a town and pillage? That's the word I'm looking for. Pillage. They're pillaging the dang river, man. But you tell a guy that's paying all his bills from the money he's making, pillaging the river, and he's going to tell you where to go every time. Guarantee it. And the only way you're ever going to make it right is through legislation and passing laws. The problem is, though, I know if you've ever paid any attention to law, I back law on this. I know all the conservation agents in Southeast Missouri. I've met them all. They know me. I'm friends with a lot of them. And they'll tell you a lot of times their hands are tied. But that being said, I'll tell you, Missouri has one of the best conservation departments of any state in the United States. They go above and beyond on land management, uh, managing the resources and stuff like that. But without the laws to back them up, there's certain areas that we want them to do better that they can't their hands are tied. They don't have the legislation to do it. And the problem is, as long as you got big money being made from this river, they don't care about the future. They care about right now. And they're going to take what they can take now. And when it's gone, they'll move on and find some other way to make money. But screw you, the river, screw everything. They don't care. They just don't care. But you know what? The day's going to come when they don't make any money off of it anymore, and they'll move on. And then over time, it'll come back. But guess what? So will they. It's a vicious circle of you can't win. Now I've sat here and depressed myself. Dadgummit. That was freaking depressing, man. God help us all. Oh, man. But what are you going to do, guys? All we can do is do what I do. Come out here and have fun and catch nothing. There's still fish out there, and we get one every now and then. That's why it's such a big deal when we get a good one. And we got to make sure we take care of that fish and turn him loose. That way those commercial guys can get him next week. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're absolutely responsible for doing what we can to make it right. Even though we're fighting an uphill battle, keep on fighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it. Fight, fight, fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, my voice is echoing through the woods like crazy. And first people out there walking on them trails, they're like, "What the hell? So is somebody getting killed over there?" I had a guy run up on me one time. I was over talking to the camera, and I was being real loud because this is out of character for me to be loud, right? That he heard screaming, yelling, and hell raising. He come running through the woods. You okay? I said, yeah, I'll just talk to the camera, man. It's all right. He said, oh, I thought somebody dying over here. They're screaming and yelling and crazy stuff. I'm like, no, it's just me on the show. It'll be all right. Go on back to picking your blueberries and catching ticks or whatever it is you're doing. I can't believe them. This is the worst time of day, too. So I can sit here and make 100 excuses. Man, y'all can go back. Seriously, I can prove it. Go back to videos that I put out 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Fishing this freaking spot. And you look at the difference between the videos 4 years ago and what you're seeing right now. I can prove it through video footage. 4 years, man, right down here. Look here. Around the corner right there. The camera's crooked as hell, but right there, I came out here one night and caught 47 catfish in one night. And I'm not talking about no dink little bitty channel cats. I'm talking about 47 quality fish that I turned loose. I think the smallest one I caught that night was 15 pounds. And I caught so many 30 pounders, it was ridiculous. I can go to that same spot right now and not catch diddly squat. Nothing. What is the name of that video where I call them? Because I had to edit it out. I caught so many fish that I had to edit out a bunch of them. It was what did I call that? Dusk till dawn catfishing. I think that's what it is. You go back and look at that video, and you'll see some of the fish I'm talking about. Just 100 yards downstream. That's where I was at. 100 yards downstream, and you can see all them fish, man. That's also where the night that I was running across there and tripped and fell and landed in the rocks. If you ever watched my intro video, that footage came from that night where I fell and busted my butt, and I grabbed the rod that was going over the log and everything. But that was man, I tell you what, that was one heck of a night. I mean, I was catching a fish every 15, 20 minutes. And I doubled up a couple times that night. But that's just me reminiscing about what was. Now we're dealing with what is, and you're looking at it. Of course, that was a nighttime video too, so that makes a difference. That's why I'm on uh, stand night tournament coming up. I'm gonna be somewhere on this section river right here, within a quarter-mile stretch. I'm gonna be somewhere down here that night fishing on the bank, and we'll just see what happens. That's gonna be the night we're just looking. We're not gonna be looking for numbers. We're gonna be looking for a big one. We're gonna try to get a big one. Give me a big one. Oh, Catfish Dog, what's going on, Timbo? And Annette Eastman. Did I miss anybody else new come in here while I was on my rant? Uh, boom, 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 boom. That crazy damn stuff. Hey, buddy, what's that? Yeah, dog, you know it, man. Okay. Man, these fish are just, I mean, these rods are just dead in the water. We was getting bites earlier, but they were just little bait stealers, I guess. I don't know. What time is it? We've been live for an hour and 36 minutes. It's 107. Now, could I possibly move and find those fish? They they might be staged up somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it's just too much work for me to move, and I'm too lazy. I'm not doing it. Let's see if I can get this butterfly on my back. Say hello to my little friend. You like him? He likes you. He says hello. Hello to the audience. My name is Billy the Butterfly, and I love to lick on Danny Stone because I won't leave him alone ever, ever, ever. Every time he comes to the river, I'm going to come and bug him. No pun intended. I'm so funny, butterfly. Freaking nut. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Hey, let's try something really tricky. Let's see if we can get him to go from one finger to the other. We got to do this slow. Let's see if we can. Oh, wait a minute. He'll come back. Come back, Billy. Where'd you go? Wait for it. Little bastard. Not the face. Not the face. Get away, Billy. Billy the butterfly. He'll be back. I hurt his feelings. Oh, what a craphead bug. It's a Cuban butterfly. Man, he flew like, I saw him. He flew like 20 yards downstream. He's like, man, screw you, dude. I'm in here trying to be all nice and let you do some, put me on camera and you're going to make fun of me. I'm just going to go down here. I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. He'll be back. He always comes back. He's here every time I come here. Man, I'll tell you what, I go tighten some lines up. They are all slack and touching the bank because the current shifted. Now, this guy here, that guy, that fly, he's an asshole. I don't like him. Come here, Billy. Where'd you go? Yeah, I killed that fly. I hate them things. We're gonna reel some of them rods in a minute and check the baits on them because some of them are going upstream, some of them are going downstream right now, and I never saw them move. But uh, yeah, ain't none of them where I threw them out at. But I never saw the rod move at all. Okay. Oh, you know that's right, Warren Farley. Anybody else picture the butterfly with a chainsaw? Yep. Michael Lockhart, I think that I probably have a 15-pound blue waiting on me when I get honey hole this evening. Mike, go get them, buddy. Go get them. Hey, there's my River Cats tackle brother, Charles Bible. Hey, Randy, what's up? Good to see you. Y'all may not believe it, but when I walked down there and checked them rods, that butterfly flew right beside me, followed me like a dog all the way down there. And when I walked back, he came back. He saw me walking and he just fluttered along right beside me all the way down there. And when I turned around and come back, he fluttered back this way. Yeah, my lines are all crisscross and zigzagged. I don't know what's up with that. I was sitting here with no bait on them again, knowing my luck. Did the barge just go by and I missed it? Yeah, it did. Man, my observation skills are just, they're lacking today. I just had a freaking barge go by and didn't even see it. Much less watch these rods and try to catch a fish. I want to reel up those first 3 rods, but I got a funny feeling that they're tangled up in them rocks. And I get tired of breaking off. Whoa! Did y'all see that? That was a freaking sturgeon. Just came all the way out of the water. He jumped all the way out of the water right there and went back down. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. That's a big freaking sturgeon. I mean, he came out the water like a dolphin. Wasn't no doubt what that was. I saw his body when he came out the water. They don't do that real often here, but if you sit and just stare at the water and watch, every now and then you'll get to see a sturgeon come up out of the water, man. They'll do like a little somersault flip and go right back in the water. It's pretty cool. FOA all the way. What's up, buddy? Mister, I'm in first place right now. I see you. I see you. It's all right. I ain't gunning for that first place spot no way. I'm happy just being in. Man, as long as I stay in the top 10, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Hang on, I'm doing something. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I told you he'd come back. See, he ran off like his feelings was hurt a while ago. They always come back. They come from Pet Cemetery. You know what? He's not the same butterfly he used to be, though, because he's a little messed up. You know what I'm saying? But they always come back. Here's what we was going to try to do a while ago, though. Let's see if we can get him to go from one finger to the other. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to go on this finger here. Get on this finger. Want to switch fingers? Don't fly away. Just switch fingers. Come on, you can do it. Quit being a butthole. Just get on my finger. Here, hold on. See if we can do it. You can get it. Make sure it's in view there. Get up on that finger right there. Come on, climb up on there. Get on my other finger. Quit being a butthole. Come on. Do it, do it, do it. Get on that other finger. Dadgummit, Billy. You're embarrassing me. Look at him backing up. He's backing up. Just get on that finger. Look, here. It's real easy. I'll just move my hand like this and go. Boom. We did it. He's on the other finger. Now, Billy, you're going to have to move because there's a sweat bee on my knuckle. So I'm going to flick you off real quick. Go away, Billy. Damn it, Billy, let go. Get off my finger. Come on, man. Let go, Billy. Billy, I got to swat that sweat bee, and you're helping him. You need to get off my finger. Come on, man. Cut me some slack here. Good God, what a stubborn butterfly. My God. Go on. Get out of here. Fly away. Shoo. A while ago, I couldn't get him to stay on my finger. Now I got a sweat bee right there. He's about to sting the crap out of me, and Billy's helping him. He won't hit you as long as I'm on his finger. Go ahead. Do your worst. We're going to switch hands. Ready? Come on. Come on, Quap. There you go. There you go. Now, sweat bee. Bam. You're dead. I killed your little friend, the sweat bee. Now, here, just sit on the camera. There you go. He's sitting on top of the camera. Hey, what can I say, man? When you're full of it, the butterflies love you. I want y'all to think about something. Before you guys came along, like before I started doing this YouTube thing, those butterflies, I'd sit out here and they were the only ones I had to talk to. I'd just hang out with them all day long. Just chilling. Me, butterflies, sweat bees, and about a half dozen ticks that I didn't invite to the party. Yes, sir. I wonder, we probably need to reel up every one of these rods and see how many of them are hung up, and I'm going to break them off. We may just reel up and see how many we can get in without losing our rigs. And however many we got left, we'll just keep fishing with them. You know what I mean? But if they're wrapped up in them rocks down there, fish can get on there and you never even know it. Which, I mean, I don't think they're biting today, folks. I really don't. I think it is just like there's some big old giant alligator gar swimming around out there, though. Do you know what? Do you know what? Hey, I can't do it with all these rods, though. I do have a catfish float with me. We could cut down to one rod. You know what I'm saying now? One rod, and put a float on one of these rods, and let a bobber float around out there and see if we can't get one of them gar. And I ain't talking about no baby gar. I'm talking about one of them big old gar. You know what I'm saying? Now, think about this. Down in Louisiana, they got the alligator gar down there. They're pretty common. They catch them down there and they eat them, which they are good eating. Alligator gar is the best kind of gar to eat. A lot of people know that. I don't kill them up here because they're getting pretty scarce. There's not that many of them. Conservation department last year did a restocking program of alligator gar, But all the ones they turned loose were just like little 3-footers. They were 2.5, 3 foot long. And you got these guys out here bow fishing, uh, got their boats all rigged up with these platforms, and they've got lights and stuff come out at night. Well, they're just smoking them gars fast as the Department of Conservation is putting them in the water. They're taking them right back out. Again, nothing illegal about that, but they need to leave them alligator gar alone because they need to get reestablished in here because they are going to be the #1 predator against a lot of these invasive Asian carp and stuff. Now, I mean, the catfish are learning. They've become a major food source for them. You know what? That's what the hell we need today. We need some cut carp. That's probably get the fish to biting. I've got shad on there. Well, shad's not primary bait this time of year. Not really. I mean, it is, but it ain't. They're moving on to bigger and better things, especially after coming off spawn. I mean, they don't want a snack, they want a meal. But Asian carp's all right. Invasive carp, big head carp, silver carp, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm like Jerry Parker, man. The common carp to me is what the hell was that? Oh, never mind. Common carp to me is the better of the 3 carp that you could use for bait. Common carp's much bloodier. Ozark Mountaineer, what's going on, buddy? I hadn't seen you in a while. I know you're real good friends with my buddy, old Dan Copeland. Dan Copeland, he knows who on Ozark Mountaineer is. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry, Billy. I felt something in my arm. I started to swat it, and it was my butterfly buddy, and I almost smacked him. But I flicked him away, and I'm like, crap, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. I didn't kill him, y'all. He'll be back in a minute, and I'll prove it. I almost smashed the snot out of him. Man, we need to check these rods. One of them should have had a bite by now. I bet you they're all tangled up in the rocks. I bet you they are. I bet you those are tangled up in the rocks. Are y'all ready to break some rigs off? Let's do it. Let's break some rigs off. Come on, them rocks. Come on, them rocks. No, they just ain't biting because we still got bait. They're just not biting, y'all. We're gonna throw them back out though. We'll throw them back out there. Except for you. I'm not throwing you back out there. Yep, caught the rocks. Lost our way. bait's got ants all over it. Let's try that. Ants. We'll fly a little closer. We'll move our baits in a little closer to the shoreline. We've been throwing way out there all day. Let's move them in a little bit and see if these fish aren't hugging the shoreline a little bit closer. Deep right there. That piece of bait I just put on there was laying on top of that uh, bait bucket, and it had a whole bunch of piss ants on it, and they put off that really sour smell. And so I thought, what the heck? Let's just go ahead and throw that bait on there and see what happens. What's going on? Is Jody's boat sinking? Let's see here. Question. It's pouring the rain. It's pouring rain. My boat is getting water in it. Do I dip it out, or is there a magic button I push on the console? Yeah, the bilge pump. There's a magic plug you can pull. Do not tell her that. Dude, you go underneath the water and pull that plug. Are you kidding me? It should be a switch that says bilge pump. Hit that bilge pump and watch that water pump out of there, Jody. Boy, these fish are just not biting at this location today. I probably should have went to that little city pond and caught some channel cats today is what I should have done. Just for fun. But man, I'm gonna keep coming back to this river until these fish start biting. They'll fire up. Just got to catch them at the right time and in the right mood, and they're out there. You'll get them. Just got to stay on it. I got 2 plugs. Gonna pull them one at a time and see if it drains. Man, y'all don't screw around and let her sink that boat. What the hell? Don't pull no plugs, Jody. Don't listen to Fishing Mid-South. He's trying to sink your boat. $205. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Man, we're gonna let these baits soak as long as we can. Uh, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's been times I've sat here for 8 hours and finally caught a fish. We ain't gonna do that today, but we're gonna sit here for a while. Just let them soak. Something will find them. Sometimes you just gotta sit here and wait. And a lot of times I've sat and fished for a long, long, long time without a bite, and it'd be a big one when it does come up. Don't know though. We'll give it a shot. We'll stay with it for a little while longer. I wish I'd set up in one of them creek channels coming in the river. Then we'll be staying in the Airbnb right around the corner from the campground, 8 minutes away in a condominium apartment. Okay. Well, I mean, at 8 minutes away, you can still come over and hang out with us and stuff at the campground. Oh, Dave Bozar, come in here. I didn't see you, Dave. Sorry about that. Hello, Dave. Good to see you. You know how stubborn you got to be to throw out a bunch of rods and just sit here in the same spot, not moving, waiting, and just let them sit. Not worry about it. Who cares? Just throw them out there and don't worry about it. Kelly Bullock, what's going on? Are the pugs above or below the water line? Is her boat on the water or is it on the trailer? Well, that's just it, Mike. I don't know if is she on the water or if she got the boat on the trailer. Because if she's got it on a trailer trying to pull the drain plug, that's one thing. But if she's trying to pull the drain plug and it's on the water, it's a whole different deal. But to me, I mean, if we're trying to tell her about the bilge pump, the reason I assumed it was on the water is because we're talking about the bilge pump. Because I mean, who the hell's going to use the bilge pump if it's on the trailer? You know what I'm saying? Just pull the dang plug. I'm dripping the water out, dipping the water out. Isn't that a brand new boat, Jody? That thing's got to have a bilge pump on it. You got something weird going on. Do they put shipping plugs on those bilge pumps to keep dirt daubers and stuff from getting in there? I just gotta wonder. Mike, do you know? Boot Hill Madness. What's going on, man? We ain't had no luck today. It's been a sucky day all day. Mr. Joshua Holloway in the house. Dude, I've had a couple little bites. I've had a whole bunch of bait stolen and ain't caught a fish yet. Ain't caught the first fish today. I think just holding water in the deck, which would be skipper plugs. That's right. It would. You know, it's one of the situations where if I was there and could look at it, I know what it is. But trying to explain it to somebody when you're not standing there pointing at it, it gets a little difficult. The beach sitting at the house. That it does, brother. That it does. I can sit at the house. When I get really, really old and can't get around, that's when I'll sit at the house. Right now, I can still get around. I ain't sitting at the house. I'm going to the river. Going to the river. But they ain't wanting no shad today. Apparently, they don't want no part of no shad. They ain't eating it. Let's see. If it's anything like my boat, it pours out in the rain and the whole water and inside. So you have to pull the plug to let it drain, which is in the compartment right in front of the motor. Okay. Y'all gonna have her tearing that boat all the hell out in the middle of the water. But I think you're on the right path. You'll get it figured out. I'll put it to you like this. You guys are doing a wonderful job trying to help Jody figure that out. But if she gets back up on here a minute and said, I just swam to the shore, then you failed. If I'm on the bank, I had to swim to the shore. We're going to call that a big failure, guys. Okay. Well, they are absolutely not biting today, so we need to go ahead and set a time limit here. Let me see. It is 1:44. Right now, we're going to shoot for 3 o'clock. If we don't have a fish by 3 o'clock, we are out of here. That gives us another hour and 15 minutes to get on a fish. Hour and 15 minutes to go. Well, now it's an hour and 15 minutes. We got an hour and 15 minutes to go. If we don't catch fish, we're going to call it a day and get on out of here. I'll probably go somewhere else and fish, but I won't go live because I'm not going to mess around redoing everything. I got a couple of small ditches I can stop at on the way home and check them out. In between here and the hacienda. Let it roll, let it roll. Look, lady, what's up? Is DMV in here? Yeah, down East Tackle. Says, hey, Voodoo Dan. Where are all the fish? I don't know, brother. I don't know. They ain't here today. They are not here today. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hey, Jody, if you're still in here, I'm going to drop the link and bring you up on panel and then put you on solo screen so you can figure out what's going on. Jody, listen to me. I'm going to drop the link and you need to do that. And these guys can help you out. All right, Jody, if you're out there, if you're still there, click that link, come up on panel, and I'm going to make you solo. And it'll be easier for everybody to help you out with what you got going on. That's a good idea. Who said that? We're out 9 hours and only 4 catfish. Well, that's 4 more. See, you need to be at Oceanside. Down east, you got that right. I would kill to be in Florida right now. I would love to be in Florida. Jody, if you're still out there, click that link. Let me get you up here and put you on solo so we can figure out what you got going on and get it fixed. She's probably on the phone calling somebody. Then left. Cold Creek Billy, what's up, Billy? We ain't catching nothing today. Not yet, anyway. But we're going to keep trying. What do you say? For a little bit longer. I'm going to give about another hour and 10 minutes. Sometimes it's just you got to hit that right time of day. Sometimes it's just you ain't gonna do no good. You gonna fish ain't biting. But you got the river. This river has dropped um, probably a good 6 inches since this morning. Well, no, not 6. I'm gonna say maybe 3. I bet it's dropped 3 inches since this morning because I know there's some rocks down there I can see right now that were underwater when I got here. So it's dropping fast. It's dropping real fast. Boy, that wind's blowing though. Already dipped it out. Just got done. Either way, um, if you want to hop up here, I'll make you solo, and you can hold your camera, and we'll go around the boat, and we can see if we can figure out what's up. Or you can dip the water back in there and we'll start from scratch. Headed to the ramp. Okay, sis. You definitely need to figure that out, though, because that could be a big problem. And it's probably just a real easy solution. Yeah, we ain't even getting no little tippy tap nibbles or nothing now at all. Yeah, she definitely needs to go over that with James. James can figure it out. Oh, we're getting a little bite right there. Hey, that's the first bite we've had in a while. We just got a little tap on that second rod there. Something just bumped it. That's the one we put the piss ant bait on. Had the bait that had the ants all over it. That's the first little bite we've had in a while. Little tap, tap, tap. There, Ken. NJ! What's up, NJ? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Man, we ain't doing worth a crap today. They just ain't biting at all. We're getting little pecks every now and then, but we ain't getting no hookups. They ain't slamming the rods. It's not good. Yeah, the wind's picking up even more. All right, what's going on with that rod there? Well, I'm almost trying to tempt to thinking about maybe packing up and just staying alive and just moving uh around that bend down there. We can walk there from here. We just have to carry everything around that bend. We may do that here in a little bit. May just take one or two rods down there. We might do that. We'll pick a couple of rods to take down there and set them out. Question is, who's going to go? Who we going to take? Who's it going to be? I think I think we'll take both those ancient mariners and go scoot down there and throw out some rods. See if going around that bend makes a difference. Them fish may just be held up on that current seam. I don't know. They sure ain't hiding in this eddy today. Oh, okay. Hmm. that floating on water out there? Oh, yeah. All right, we're gonna sit here for a little bit longer. At least those barge goes by. All right, girl, what you got going on?
Oh,
Hang on here. There you go. Let's
take my
go over.
shoes
Anybody
off.
out there help her out?
Um, I'm still learning this boat. My pontoon don't have stuff like that, and it
No,
didn't
they
have
don't.
a manual or anything with it. So, um, it was getting water in it, and I talked to Uncle Lou. He told me it was coming in through my live wells, so I got that stopped. But this
Okay.
is rainwater. So what do I do when I'm out and it's raining? This is what I got left. I couldn't dip out.
And did you find your switch that says bilge pump on it?
Yeah, but it don't take nothing out of the inside. So
Well,
do I
I would
just
think it
pull
should
in?
have. I just wonder if you
It's
got
on
something.
automatic.
Or if that drain stopped up or something.
There goes my bilge pump right there. Pump some out.
When you hit that bilge pump, did you ever see water squirting out the side anywhere?
Yeah,
Okay, well, it's working then. That's working.
but
Now, if it
that's
wasn't
probably the
pumping any
water
water
that
at
come
all, I'd
out
say
from
it
back
stopped up or
there.
not. Do what?
That's where does it get the water out from inside the boat if the plugs are in it? I thought those plugs kept water out, not let water.
Well, I would say you're
Hey,
right.
you want to pull them and see?
Fishing and Cooking with Mike Chavez says run that bilge pump.
Okay, it's on, but it ain't pumping water no more.
Okay, so
I got it on automatic now. Let's pull a plug.
Look, lady says pull them plugs. I'm not sure what plugs you're talking about.
These plugs.
Those plugs are in it?
Yeah.
Oh, pull those out.
So that's not going to let water in?
No, it's not gonna let water in. It's gonna let that run out, and then your bilge pump will pump it out.
Oh.
Yeah, pull them two plugs and turn your bilge pump on and see if it starts pumping water. Oh, I didn't realize you still had the plugs in those holes. Dale
Nothing's
Hayslip
going
says
out.
now turn your bilge pump on and it should pump that water out of there.
I did cut it on. It's just running. It ain't doing anything.
Yeah, Catch Fish with Us says when you pull those plugs on those holes there,
Yeah.
that lets the water drain down to where the bilge pump is, and then the bilge pump can pump it out.
Oh.
Yeah, if you got a
But
plug, that water can't go nowhere. You got to open the plugs and let it flow down into where the bilge pump is, and then the bilge pump will pump it out.
so do I don't never put plugs in them?
I wouldn't. I don't know the point in keeping them in there, unless you just want to fill the boat full of water for some reason.
I thought the plugs had to be in them.
I mean, take them plugs out. What they're in for? If you're like going to store that boat for the winter or something, which I know you're not going to do, you put those plugs in to keep spiders and bugs and stuff from getting in there.
No, that'll fill up with water if it rains and it'll run everything. You
Yeah.
can't keep plugs in it when it's sitting.
Well, it depends if you got it sitting outside or if you got it underneath the shed or something.
Hmm.
You know, if you're storing it inside a storage unit or inside a shed, which I know you're not going to do, but
Yeah.
yeah, if you use that boat on a daily basis, there's no point in having those plugs in there.
It ain't. I can't tell it's pumping anything out. I mean, there ain't that much left in it.
And Dale Hayslip says the plugs that you keep in are in the back of the boat.
This is the back of the boat.
Well, I think he's talking about on the outside, Jody.
Oh.
Yeah, you know that plug in on the outside of the boat next to the motor? Don't pull that
Oh.
one.
Yeah, I know all about that one. When I went
Yeah.
out Friday, I put James's plug in. I didn't think it was in there just right. Anyway, it fell out. And
Yeah, those two plugs there, the only way I would put those in and leave them in is if I was storing that inside of a building somewhere and I didn't want
Mhm.
spiders and bugs and stuff to get in there and stop up that line. That's to keep trash from getting in there.
Yeah, it ain't pumping nothing out. It's running, but it ain't pumping nothing out.
Well, it may take a little bit for it to fill up that compartment where the bilge pump is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Catch Fish with Us says open up those compartments and let's check out those drains. So open up the compartments that he's talking about.
Well, that one's got gas in it. The other one. This one's a live
Well, that
well.
don't mean it can't
Oh,
have water in it
uh-oh.
too.
It does.
It's got water in it.
Yeah,
Well, then you
it's
probably
filled to
got a
the top.
plug. There's probably a plug in the bottom of that somewhere that you need to pull that plug.
Well, I pulled the plug in it so it wouldn't quit flooding the boat because it was letting water in when I was backing in the boat.
Is that
Where'd
your
these
live well?
waves
Is that
come from?
what is that?
That's my live well.
Okay, well that
Where'd
shouldn't
these
be an
waves
issue
come
then.
from? But it shouldn't have filled up with water. I didn't have it on. That means the one of the other ones filled up too then. I have to be still because these waves go through. I don't know where they come from.
If you got water in any of the other compartments,
Well, I got something that's sitting on top of this one. Can't move it right now.
DMV wouldn't know if was that a pair of socks in that live well?
No. I wish I had a pair of socks. Let's see. Hmm.
Look, lady says get that boat on a trailer.
I have to wake James up. He's dropped me off.
And DMV still swears. He said that's a pair of black socks in that live well. You ain't fooling nobody.
That one had water in it too, but it ain't all the way filled up.
That's got water in it too.
Yeah, just a little.
Catch Fish with Us says, is your live well pump running?
No, it would be coming out right there.
All right, you got them plugs pulled out of those compartments?
Let's see if this one's got any in it.
If you got those plugs pulled out of those compartments, now hit your bilge pump. Is there water in that one?
Just very little down at the main bottom.
DMV says go turn on the bilge pump now.
It is on.
Okay, what about your live well pump?
No, it ain't on. It'd be shooting water in it. I don't want
What
that
I need
battery
to
box
do is
getting
find
ready to
one of
burn.
these guys that really knows what they're talking about and have them click the link and come up and talk to you while you're doing this. Who out there has the most knowledge about these boats? And you need to come up and tell her what's going on.
I don't know what it is. I've been having to dip water out of it every time I go out. But
Well,
this
you shouldn't
today,
have to dip water out of there if you got a bilge pump. It should pump that water out.
but I've had the plugs in it because I thought that kept water from coming in. Oh, wait. My bad. Oops, I cut the
What?
aerator on. I thought I had the aerator on, but I didn't. I cut it on. That's straps to go on rod holders. See, they aren't even draining out. That's zip ties. I must have something stopped up. That's draining.
Mike Irvin said, Miss Jody, did you break your boat?
Maybe. No, I just don't understand why I'm always standing in water.
And AMC Kingdom says, put Teflon over the overflow plugs next time. I guarantee you, she probably don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't. None of this was on my pontoon. My pontoon never did none of this crap. The live well never filled up, or I never had to worry about drain. Well, I had to worry about plugs when I had holes in the tune. We lifted them out, but that was it.
Well, Catch Fish with Us says, get it to the ramp and get it on the trailer. Is that water rising in there, or you just got the amount of water from the rain and that's just that much water and that's all that's in there? Or is it getting deeper in the boat?
I think no, that's how much I did dip out. I have to call and wake James up to come bring the trailer down.
Catfish Hammer says, look at the bottom of the boat and see if it had water in it. Yeah, there's water in it. ATC's Fishing says, stick something in those drain holes and make sure they're not stopped up. There may be something in there stuck plugging them. Some like leaves or trash or something.
There's people on the ramp, so I'm in front of the ramp, but I didn't want to go over there where they're at because there's a bunch of kids and stuff.
Yeah, because if you got that much water in those compartments and you got the plugs out, that bilge pump should be moving that water. Catfish Hammer said that is not the bottom of the boat where you're standing.
Okay, what is it then?
Catfish Hammer, if I drop the link, will you hop up here and talk to her? I'm going to drop the link again. All right, there's the link. Click that link. And I'm going to bring you up here and you can talk to her.
Makes some sense.
Hey, we're either going to fix this or that boat's going to sink or you're going to take it and put it on the trailer. One of those three things is going to happen. Amanda Dahl. DMV says the other holes, LOL.
There ain't no more. set this down a minute. If it'll stay. There. Of course, zip ties.
Catch Fish with Us says, make sure your insurance is paid and run the hell out of that boat.
Insurance is paid for the year.
Your insurance is paid and run the hell out of that boat.
On the right side of the, if you're looking out of the back,
Insurance is paid and run the hell out of that boat.
if you're looking at the back, on the right side of the, if you're looking out of the back,
TV's on. Oh, you talking about them hoes?
if you're looking out of the, yeah, one of them, no, not them hoes.
TV's on. Oh.
You should be able to, right there, can you open that compartment right there by the front of the motor? Not them hoes.
That's still getting a little too complicated for me now.
Well, that's how you look in the bottom of the boat. See if there's water in it.
That's still getting a little too complicated for me now. You're going to cut your TV off or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. See if there's water. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, there, where you're standing is not the very bottom of the boat. There's a compartment underneath where you're standing, where the boat is, of the boat. That's the main bottom of the boat. You have to look down there and see if there's water in it itself.
Yep. Just think there's water already coming out of it.
Do you see water down there in the very bottom of that boat?
Just a little tiny bit.
Okay, then your bilge pump has pumped all the water out
Okay.
of the boat. If it's running, you want to turn your bilge pump off. If it's running and ain't pumping water out, or it will burn it up. Because the water actually cools the motor down while it's running. So if you don't have if you see the bottom of the boat, the V part,
There's like maybe 3 inches in the main bottom. There's the pump that's below it.
okay. Do you see like a pump down in there somewhere?
Yeah,
It could be on, yeah, it could be like on the side or a little bit on the side. That's your bilge pump. Do you hear it running?
No, I cut it off because I didn't want to burn it up.
Okay, you see, does it have any? It don't have no water around it.
That's the pump, right? That right thing. Or
Okay,
is that
that's
the pump?
from what I can see by your camera. There's no water in the bottom of the boat.
Just barely tiny.
So the water, what it is? Did it rain today down there?
Yeah, I got soaked.
Okay, then that's why where you're standing, you got them 2 back plugs. That's why it's holding water right there.
So, am I supposed to keep the plugs in it all the time or not?
No, just like Danny said, take the plugs out of it unless you're storing. That's designed to keep critters from getting down inside of it and eating up the wiring, eating up hoses and stuff like that. That's what that's for. That them plugs are for. But like if it's raining, you're supposed to take the plugs out so the water falls down in the bottom of the boat. Then you turn your bilge pump on to pump the water out.
Okay.
And on the back of your boat, or on, it should be in the back, you should have more than 2 plugs, because you should have a plug. It could be one on the side though for one of your live wells. You should have plugs on there where you can plug your live wells off, where they won't fill up with water, won't take water in themselves.
Well, that's what I want. I'd rather dip a bucket and fill my live well up.
Okay. Do you?
With this.
You didn't get no manual with the boat, right?
No.
Okay. This is how I would do it. You take your boat home, you get a dry day, and you put a water hose in and start filling it up with water.
Okay.
Okay. Then you go through in the back and you pull every plug you got in it out. When the water runs out of it, that means that's the plug for the boat itself.
Okay.
Then quit putting water in it. After you empty it out, quit putting water in. Then you go up and you put water in your front live well, start filling up with water, and go in the back of the boat and see if water's running out of it. If not, sometimes like my boat has the front live well has a port on the right bottom corner, about 3/4 up from the back of the boat. So if I plug that off, water will not go up in that. So what you do is you fill it up and see where the water actually runs out, and that tells you where it's filling up your live well.
Okay.
To keep water from going in your live well, though, also, you can just put a plug inside of your live well.
Well, I did that. I had them plugged off. You know,
Okay.
was it?
Your live well, unless the hose are broke that fills the live well, feeds the live well, unless they're busted, water will not leak it out of your live well into the boat. How you're getting water in the top of your boat right there, that's where you're standing, that's all sealed. And with them plugs you have in them, 2 back plugs, that's what's holding the water in there. Has the water drained out?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I don't think
not
so.
all the way. It's not going to probably drain all the way out because where you're on the lake or river, whatever you're on, it's pretty dry, ain't it?
It's about halfway through the plugs.
Yeah, them plugs might be stopped up, like Danny said.
Yeah.
Because boats got a bad habit. Critters like to call it. Like I got my boat out this year. I took my cover off my motor. Well, it had a nest, like a bird nest got up in the breather tube of the motor itself. Animals like all rats, snakes, birds, any kind of creature, spiders, they love boats for some reason. Especially a boat like that. Pontoon is totally different than any other type of boat.
I know. They're so easy.
They're totally different because you got the tunes under it, and everything is either running down a wireway or something on top on the floor of the boat, and then it's all open. They're different than a regular boat. It's right. These boats same. Like mine, if I have to run, like I say, I put a new fish finder, I got to run a wire up through it to feed wires to it to run them up the side of the boat because of the wireways, how they design them.
See, I got just a tad more water back in there.
Right, that will happen. But do you have it plugged?
I took it out to drain it because it was completely filled up.
Okay, so it drained out.
Yeah.
So this is how I do, how you check. When I first got my boat's a 79. Well, they ain't nothing about it, didn't know nothing about it. The guy bought it off, but he had no idea. I took it home, filled it up with water. I got 3 plugs on the back of my boat. There's 2 of them is for the bottom of the boat. My boat's a bass boat, but it still has the standing deck like yours on yours. But I got drain ports in my boat, and the water actually drains down to the bottom. Well, I filled the boat up with water, started filling it up, and I pulled the drains out to figure out which drain were my main drain. Well, 2 of them, one of them's a small drain, which was part of the lower part of the boat to drain water out. Then the big drain, the main part of the water out of the boat. Then the other one was for the back live well, to let water go into the live well. You should be able to get on the internet and find anything you need to know about that boat.
Okay.
As long as you open that back compartment up and there's no water in the back of that boat, because that's where the boat is actually causing to float, you should not have no problem. Some reason the boat's not dry. I'll tell you what you could have. On the ends up there where them 2 plugs are, they actually could have some kind of a screen in there. It's on back to let it drain, and it could be clogged up, honestly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You just like Danny. You got to get in there. You got to clean it. When you get it, pull it out of the water. You got to make sure, like I do, I'd put a water hose, put up that hose, and leave that back compartment open it up, and see where that water's coming out. Because a boat's designed, the electric in a boat is designed to get wet and not short out. You know what I mean? Because if they did that,
Yeah.
the boats get wet. It don't matter if they go out in the rain, they get wet. You know.
Okay.
So as long as you don't have water, your bilge pump is running, and you pumped all the water out, and you, for some reason, you keep getting water. Does it have water in the floor there every time you go out? Just when it rains,
no. Yesterday was the first day it never got water in it. That's the first day I'd put those plugs in the drain well. The live wells. But then today they filled it back up again.
You might honestly, you could have one of your live wells leaking.
Okay.
So maybe you fill your live well up and just look around in the boat, see if it's leaking. Do you have another department that you can actually look down in the? They don't make them easy to look at them.
No, all I got is that little place in the center console. That's my batteries.
But you can look down the bottom of the boat, though, right?
Not that I know of. I don't know. Okay. I never had all the batteries out.
Yeah, what you're gonna do is when you get it out of the water, just take a look at it. Put water in, like you can put water in your boat and see where it runs out at. All right.
All right. What's your name?
I'm Daryl. I'm Tammy's husband.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up and helping me.
Catfish Hammer.
I met you at that CatCon 2 years ago.
Right, you met me at CatCon. You met me and my wife.
And your little grandson.
Yeah, my grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Boats are dangerous. You know, I take my boat out, and the first time, because it's fiberglass, it'll get water in it till the fiberglass seals up a little bit because it's old. All right, I'll see you later.
Be 12 hours on it. Do you think that's a problem?
Have a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Well, hopefully you learned something.
I did. I know what he said to do. We put the water in it and take all the plugs out the back and see what happens.
Well, I'm back up in the woods because it's raining again.
It's beautiful here now. Water's even calm. I guess I'm going to put my stuff away and call James.
I guarantee you James go over it. He'll figure it out.
He's been working on it. It's been getting me out and the battery's been down. He's been working on that. He finally got that figured out.
In that case, I'd say when James was working on your boat, did he happen to be using a power drill?
I don't know about that.
You sure he didn't drill holes in your boat? Go, all right, this is it. I've had enough of this crap.
I know how to get rid of her.
Yep. Few well strategically placed holes and my problems are over.
Yep.
We're kidding. He would never do that.
He made the mistake of feeding me. I'm like a stray dog. I won't leave now.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to jump off, Danny.
All right. Well, I'm fixing to peel out of here anyway because I was going to try to stay on 3 o'clock my time. It's 2:30 now. But I got some rain clouds heading toward me, and I'm just not up for getting soaking wet for the 3rd time in the last 24 hours.
No.
I've had enough.
Me. I want to get loaded and out of here before it comes another downpour.
Yep, I'm like Popeye. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more.
Yeah. I have to get off to be able to call him anyway.
Well, we just wanted to make sure you wasn't going to sink out there, and we were worried about it. So
it was getting pretty deep. I mean, I stopped and dipped it out.
Yep.
Down quite a bit, and then I hauled it over here to the ramp.
Well, I mean, there was some excitement on the show today anyway. People were like, hurry, get over there. We think Jody's boat's sinking. If you're not going to attract attention by catching fish, you're going to get attention by doing something. You're going to help us out. They're like, let me hop up on your channel and say, hey, my boat's sinking.
Well, I know James was asleep at it when we wake him up. And I thought, the people in chat always helps me.
Fishing in Mid-South says, what was the battery issue? Or was it? I didn't think there was a battery issue.
He put 2 batteries on the starting motor. That way they wouldn't go dead. And he brought me a jump box in case it did go dead.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was only out like 1 to 3 hours and my boat wouldn't start.
Really?
Yeah. And so he put 2 batteries on just the switch to start it with. And got me that jump box.
Well, I mean, you're charging those batteries when you're done with the boat, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't drive a lot, and I wasn't charging the battery all the way, so he put it on a regular battery charger, and it charged them all up, and then I'm supposed to start it every hour and let it run 10 minutes.
Oh, because most of the people I know that's got boats, when they're not using their boat, they got what they call a trickle charger, and they keep it plugged into their batteries whenever they've got it stored or not using it. Trickle charger will keep them charged up at all times.
I don't know.
So you're basically telling me the only time your batteries are charging is when you're driving the boat.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it was.
Well,
I thought that's supposed to charge your. I thought that charged your batteries.
Well, you know, that's not going to work for you. You've got to recharge those batteries when you're done using that boat.
Even the starting battery. I mean, I plug it into that, but that's my trolling batteries and stuff.
Well, you got to do the same thing for all your batteries. You need to keep those batteries charged. When you're not running that boat, you have some kind of a trickle charger or something on them.
Yeah, I'm figuring this out.
Yeah, because you're just basically going out like 3 or 4 times and just running that battery dead.
Yeah, basically.
You'll get it all figured out, and then you'll be the queen of the river again. Right now, you're just kind of bobbing around.
Can't go nowhere because I can't get off too far. Because
when you get it figured out, you're going to be super dangerous. I tell you.
Really
you're already dangerous. You're going to be super dangerous.
Yeah. I like the boat. It's just I've not learned it good enough to take off far in it.
Well, you don't need to. You need to figure everything. Once you know 100% what's going on with everything, you can go wherever you want and do whatever you want. But until you know that boat 100%, you have no doubt in your mind. Yeah, I'd stay close to the boat ramp or find fishing spots that are, that it wouldn't take you long to get out there if you had to.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't take long. You'll have it all figured out in no time.
I'm not worried too far about that because my spots is never far away, but I got to stay close enough to where James can come help me. Like I can't take off to Chattanooga because it's taking
now after you pumped all that water out with that bilge pump, did you turn that bilge pump back off?
I did, but it didn't take no water out of it.
Okay, but when you're done with that bilge pump, when it's not pumping water, you need to make sure that's off because if you leave it running, it'll burn that pump up. So anytime you're not wanting to use that pump, make sure it's off. You can't just leave it running.
That's on, and that's automatic. That's the middle's off.
Well, when you put it on automatic, there's like a little bitty float in there, it's like a bobber. And when it raises up so far, it makes that pump kick on. I wouldn't leave it, if it was me, I wouldn't leave it on automatic because sometimes that float will get stuck and that pump will keep running. I would just leave that off unless I needed it.
Unless I'm running it or something.
Because you do not want to burn that bilge pump up. They're not crazy expensive, but they're not cheap either.
Yeah.
And then it's the pain in the butt of changing them out. Catch Fish with Us says leave it on automatic.
Yeah. Well, I won't today because I won't be back in it till next Thursday.
Well, that's when
So
I would turn it off, because I have
Yeah.
had boats where that float got stuck and that pump would keep running.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I agree with him. If you're on the water, you just put it on automatic and don't worry about it. And then if you start taking on water that's not pumping out, then you want to see what's going on.
Okay.
You'll get it all figured out. There's a whole lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to, like sit here and say, well, this is this and this is that, because, but somebody standing beside you can point at it and say, see that? Yeah, that's what this does and this is that,
Yeah.
But
See, that's why I even
there
put this
was a
rig
lot of
back
people
here.
that jumped in here to help you out because they were worried about you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You guys do help out a lot.
Well, we all know you're not going to die now anyway, so that's a good thing.
The ramp's right over there. Like I said, there's people on it. I didn't want to go tie off and them fishing. So I just stayed out here. Well, I'm close to it, but not in their way. Let them have some time. It ain't gonna hurt me to stay off the ramp and let them fish.
There you go.
But yeah,
Well, it was interesting anyway.
yeah. I gotta drop my bimini top and put my rods away, and then James is only like 3 minutes away,
Okay.
but it may take him 5 minutes to get up. And I feel sprinkles.
Yeah, I got little clouds coming in and out, just keep hammering me, and I've had enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run up into these trees every time it starts raining. Gonna still get wet, just not as bad.
It's the tree, the tree. Well, Danny, I'm gonna jump off. Thank you, everybody.
All right, Jody. Well, be safe.
All right.
And yeah, definitely get with James on that. I guarantee you, he knows what to do with it.
Yeah. He had something like this before he got his fancy boat. He still got it too. His other boat. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, sis. We'll see you. Bye.
Okay.
And on that note, I think I'm going to get out of here too, because I got more rain clouds coming. Fish ain't biting. It just is what it is. Let's see here. And that wind's really picking up. Yeah, we're hiding up in the trees right now. But like I said, I've been rained on 3 times in the past 24 hours. I think I've had enough. Oh, it's an interesting day. No fish caught by me, but we got to watch Jody, and people were taking bets if the boat was going to sink or float and this or that and whatnot. But she came out all right, and that's what we were hoping for anyway. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm tired. This has wore me out. If I was catching fish, it keeps my energy levels up because you get that adrenaline going, and it just keeps pushing you and pushing you. But when it's a slow day like this and you've been in miserable conditions of rain and crap and junk, and it just sucks the energy right out of you, and you just don't have no desire to keep going. Not today, but Another day I will. Man, I swear there's big old fish coming up right there at the top out there, just driving me back crap crazy sitting there seeing them and no bites. But it is what it is. I'm gonna pack it up and go home. You guys been great hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Here we go. Ready? You're my brothers, you're my sisters, you're my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you, because you know that Danny Stone loves you. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody. Love y'all.